right, next up, this is our new favorite feature of the webinars is we're trying to highlight a student case study each month because we feel that you get a lot out of knowing how people got interested in coding and their experience with CCO. And Boyd is going to be the interviewer and Ruth is going to be the interviewee.
Hello, Ruth. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
And are you indeed in Poughkeepsie, New York today?
That's right. That's where I
Awesome.
live. It means
Awesome.
hut by the river. We're right near the Hudson River.
What would you say to the new coders that are on the call tonight? So what are the things that you learned that you took out of the course that you use, to help pass your exam? A lot of people talk about time management, those things. What are those important things for you?
Okay. Well, I did use the Blitz videos, and I found the bubble and highlighting technique to be extremely useful because I could remember what Lorena had said on the DVDs, which I was using for the Blitz, and I could remember it just by looking at a few words in my manuals and remember what she said about it. So it was very helpful just having things in bubbles, and she would compare things and just keep that straight for me, and I would be able to remember it just looking at my books. So that was very helpful. I did uh, take some practice exams, and the one that CCO sells now is one that I took, and I also took the ones from AAPC because I figured they were writing the exam. They may have questions in the practice exams that would be similar, and I did find that to be the case. So I was glad I had done that. So as far as taking the exam, what I did was somehow I learned that there's a bunch of questions that are relatively easy. At least it would be easy for me, the anatomy and the medical terminology and some of the just coding concepts that were towards the end of the exam generally. So I flipped to those right away, and I did those because I knew I could do those fairly quickly and get them right, or I would think they'd be right. So that was very helpful.
The first question is an ICD question. At first, I thought it was maybe procedural, and I saw the title "Intraocular Lens." But the student asks, "What is the diagnosis code assignment for contraction of the anterior capsule causing the intraocular lens implant to be displaced following extraction of a cataract?" The physician uses a laser to repair the torn capsule and reposition the lens. Now, this came from, I believe, a practice exam. You can see answers A, B, C, and D. Now, the student said, "Can you explain why X," she told me what the correct one was, "is the correct choice?" So I thought it would be cool to make this a little poll. So let me try and pull up this answer sheet here. Oh, it's going to bring it over there on me. Hang on. And Boyd, if you wanted to pull up that poll, get to the questions here. So these are the answers with the definitions next to them. And Boyd will go ahead and launch that poll, and you can tell us what do you think the answer is for that. And I'll read the question again. What is the diagnosis code assignment for contraction of the anterior capsule causing the intraocular lens implant to be displaced following extraction of a cataract? And so we have answer A, B, C, D. Is the poll going? Yes, okay, I see it. All right.
And let's see if I've learned anything. I think sometimes it's easier to answer it by what it's not, right? If they may have
Yes,
learned.
process of elimination. Very good.
We got 31% voted, so still some people thinking out there. Maybe
Okay.
repeat the question for everybody again.
Sure. What is the diagnosis code assignment for contraction of the anterior capsule, causing the intraocular lens implant to be displaced following extraction of a cataract? So 0.69 is for infection and inflammatory reaction. I was trying to make that one word. B was for mechanical complication due to ocular lens prosthesis. C was for cataract fragments in eye following cataract surgery. And D, other specified complications of procedures. So 55% voted. Come on, guys. The iPad users have an excuse. You don't.
Okay, how much time would you be able to spend on this on your exam?
Well,
Should
you have 2 minutes.
2 minutes a question, right? This is the
What do you
average.
think it is, Boyd?
The
Take
short
a
as
guess.
possible. As short as
Take a
possible and
guess.
move on.
All right, I think we got enough people. Let's see what they said. Okay.
Looks like B was the winner here.
B is the winner. Yep. So we had A 10%, B 38, C 31, and D 21. So let's break it down to see why.
Oh, last month we had E codes, and this month we get V codes. They're very exciting. Not as much fun as E codes, which I remember somebody said they called them entertainment codes. We'll call V codes valuable codes. When you think of a V code, what you want to know, people get confused.